In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how a student could have their smartphone in class, take a picture of a question that their teacher gave them in class, perhaps take it home, try it, and then they could connect with the tutor if they want to just check their answer or if they want to get some help on a question. So on a smartphone, the tools at the bottom appear in groups of 5 or 4. So I'm going to scroll over to there's the camera icon on the far left. So I'm going to click on that. And you get multiple options here. So camera on the left and files on the right are the two I'm going to show you. I don't have a camcorder, for example, hooked to my phone, so I'm not going to worry about that. So I'm going to click on the camera option. And when it does that, it just turns my camera on. So let's say, I want to take a picture, let's say off a computer screen. That's not the best option, but you can do it. So I'm going to click on that. And so notice at the bottom it says retry or OK. So if you aren't happy with what you took, then you could do it again. So let's say I just wanted the C one. So I'm going to go retry. And I'm going to just zoom in on the C one and do that one. Okay. And I'll click on OK. And it takes a few seconds, but it depends on your internet connection. But it will automatically just upload that image to the whiteboard. There it is. And if it isn't oriented correctly, you can rotate it. That's not the easiest thing to do, to actually grab the handles correctly. See, every time I try it, I'm clicking on the wrong spot. But you can do it. Okay. Yeah, it's not working for me. It'd probably be easier for the tutor to do it. But, it is possible to do that. So let's say I'm going to make another whiteboard here. And so let's go back to Files, or the camera. Now I'm going to go to Files. And so let's say I have a few pictures of, okay, so let's say this one right here is a picture I want to upload. And sometimes you might get an error message. If your connection's not good, you usually just have to, that worked fine that time. Notice, of course, the problem with taking a picture from a computer monitor, you get those wavy lines. It's sometimes hard to read, but you can do that. So now, let's say if you don't do anything after you leave class, the student, everything's just going to stay there. But if you want to save it, of course, you could click on the save, and the whiteboard will be saved. So let's, we could call it like question from class. And of course I want to save it, so hard to get right to the blue there. Oh. And the student gets the same message now. It's not an error message that a tutor would. At this point, after you save whiteboard, you can continue working or go to My Stuff. So I'm just going to click on Continue Working, and I continue this on like a home computer. So here's the student back to Mathify again, and perhaps they deleted what they had in class, so I just have a fresh whiteboard here now. So if I go in here and to My Stuff, and of course save whiteboards, there's the question from class. So if I click on that and load onto whiteboard, and of course there's the first image, and there's the second one. Now I'm going to make another whiteboard here, a fresh one. So I just want to show you another way to get this is the same Word document that I had. So I'm going to bring up the snipping tool. This is another way to get an image. So I'm going to, well, actually, I should show you that. So when you click on the snipping tool, you want to click on New. So let's say, instead I wanted, let's say, just these two. So I'm going to go File, and you have to save it somewhere. Okay, so I'm just saving my desktop. It defaults to the word capture. So I'll click on Save here. Okay, I'm overwriting something, but it doesn't matter. So let's minimize that. So on this third whiteboard, if I go to Upload Image, I have to find that. So I'm going to go to Desktop, and there's the capture right there. So that's another way to get an image Even if you had a PDF file or your teacher sent you, a Word document, okay, and actually notice that's a nice clearer copy too, okay, than the ones taken off computer screens here, and so, perhaps, the student has tried something, maybe they're doing B here, or it doesn't really matter. So, maybe they made go x squared equals 14 squared, perhaps they made an error and it's supposed to be plus, of course, but the minus. So, oh, I'm not sure what to do. So, I could go into choose a tutor, connect with a tutor, get some help, finish the question, or, perhaps I'm doing it correctly here, and, I could finish this off, etc., and then just get a tutor to check it to make sure that it's correct. So that's how the flow can happen from classroom to when a student needs some help online, especially in the evening, that they could take that question they brought from class and get some help with a tutor. And that's the end of the tutorial.